Thanks everyone for coming back to another segment of the MCR. Mac and me, my name's TJ, coming at you. Yesterday we were kind of reviewing the 5 revelations of FBI misconduct and abuses reported in the Gateway Pundit. And to be honest, everyone, as we were going through that, a few more things popped into my head, and I was like, hey, we need to do a follow-up. Okay, so here we go with a follow-up to the 5 issues that were reported on last week, and so here we go. As I was listening to Dan Bongino, he made reference to 2 female FBI agents showing up at the porch of a home looking for a particular person, and I don't have the notes in front of me, so I forget who exactly they were looking for. But ultimately, it was the daughter of the mother who actually lived at that residence. And because the FBI agent, they said, yeah, we'd like to talk to such and such. She's not in trouble. We just need to talk to her. And so the mom calls the daughter, and the daughter's saying over the phone, Mom, don't talk to him. Tell him to leave. Don't talk to him. And
don't have to talk to him.
And this was all recorded on the doorbell ringer, because I keep thinking, man, I need to get me one of these, because you see all this stuff that happens, it gets recorded. You know what? Off topic. That's how Morgan Wallen got busted, was a doorbell ringer. So I'm thinking, man, I keep wondering, maybe I ought to get me a doorbell ringer. If nothing else, you can record just what the heck happens on your porch, But as Dan Bongino was telling this story, and I'm sure everyone, if you don't, Dan Bongino used to be in the Secret Service, which meant he was a federal agent. And Dan Bongino makes the comment, he goes, folks, as a prior federal agent, I never imagined the day would come when I tell my listening audience, don't trust the FBI. Don't say anything to them. Tell them to leave. Don't say a word without an attorney present. Now, your thoughts so far, Matt? Because I'll keep ranting.
It's exactly what I'll do. If they were to come into my door, I'm not talking to them without an attorney present, and they can get off my property.
Yeah.
Or I'll call in my case, the Livingston County Sheriff to put them off.
Yeah. And something else, kind of along the same lines of the FBI's misconduct. There's a guy on YouTube that I'll watch occasionally. I believe his name is Michael Franzese.
Yep.
Am I saying his name correctly, Mac?
Yeah.
Michael Franzese. And, of course, some might be taking issue with this piece of information, but he's an ex-mob guy. He's an ex-mob guy who's, he claims to be a Christian now. All right. So,
yep.
He's a redeemed sinner, you could say. All right. But anyways, he was making some comments about some of the latest revelation of all this FBI nonsense. And he started off with the release of all these LLCs under the Biden crime family's name. Okay. Yeah. And he goes, and Franzese goes, folks, I know exactly what he was doing. He goes, what do you think we did when we were in the mob? We had all these LLCs that we were using for money laundering.
Hiding money, yeah.
Yeah, and he goes,
tax evasion.
He goes, you got to have a company if you're going to make bank deposits, And then after he said that, he goes, and then he launched into the FBI and he said, you know what? In the FBI, in pursuit of him and the crime family he was involved in, he goes, the FBI was breaking the law left and right but because they were after bad guys, they were given a free pass. You
Right.
know, oh, they're they mean well, so we're not going to pretend to know that the FBI is breaking the law. You know, and of course, Michael Franzese, he too saying, do not trust the FBI. Of course, I'm sure the FBI would say, "Oh, you're going to take the word of a mob guy over
Yeah.
that of a
Yeah,
revered
I
law
am.
enforcement."
Actually, I am. Yes, correct. 100% correct is what I would tell them on that question.
Yeah,
I am going to take the because you know what I would say. Let's look at your track record, which has been full of corruption since Hoover started it.
yeah. Uh, you know what? And one of the favorite things to uh, reflect on, or you had, I want to say Charles Schumer said in one of the Sunday morning talk shows, uh, they have so many different, and I'm going to paraphrase because I don't remember his exact quote, but he goes, you don't want to tick these people off. They got way too many ways of getting you, you know? Well, if they have
Yeah.
that many ways of getting to you, uh, I, how do they go about, how do they go about getting you, you know?
Well, there's so many laws. You could be
Well,
breaking a law that you have no idea exists.
yeah,
You know, like a
le
bottle deposit law. Next thing you know, the
legal,
Treasury Department's after you.
yeah, legal minefield is what it is.
Yeah.
But anyways, uh, some of these thoughts came to mind as we were doing our last video, so we were kind of compelled to do a follow up. Uh, you know, if plead the fifth. You know,
Yeah.
uh, I you know, uh, I was in
That
fear
doesn't
for.
say they won't put you in a, interview you for 24 hours and waterboard you or do whatever the hell else they want to do to you. You just better be ready to take it if you want to, live free or die is where we're at with these people.
And one last thought. Uh, I've seen this particular movie a couple times. Uh, the Richard Jewell movie, and I know with all movies there's a certain theatrical kind of
Literary license.
yeah, they're like loosey goosey with the facts and everything.
Right.
But I do believe uh, the FBI was really out to wrongfully, get this guy.
Well, the question is did they know he wasn't the right guy, but they just didn't give a damn?
Well, I tell you
This
what.
organization, and Kevin McCarthy, get off your ass and defund the FBI. Their
I don't know.
treachery will end when they have no more money, unless they're getting it from all of their secret LLCs or something.
Well, just as a side note, if you haven't seen the movie Richard Jewell, and it's more of a drama than anything, but
I'm sure it was for him.
it's just uh, it just showed how the FBI was trying to trick him into statements, and it was kind of funny the way his attorney kind of came back at him back at the FBI, but uh, in any event, that's all we got for this one. Unless you got anything else, Mac.
Well, I just happen to think back. This goes to the arrogance of this FBI. We both worked at a place, and they were checking on they wanted to check on a person who worked there, and they just thought they were going to walk around our building
Oh yeah, yeah,
unfettered because
yeah.
they're the FBI.
They they flashed their badges and were a little surprised at our response. I would tell you.
Yeah.
Without getting into too much detail.
Well, we're not going to name names or where it was, but it's just an example of, you can have a run-in with these guys, and that's what I would tell you to expect. They think
And
they think they're it.
this and you know in regards to private property, that goes to the very heart of the sanctity of private property.
Well, it's what the Fourth Amendment is for, and it applies to corporations as well as private citizens.
Yeah, but yeah, for sure on that. Okay, anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right, thanks everyone. We'll catch you all later. As always, be safe, watch your six, and don't tread on me.